Hey everyone, before I get started, I just want to remind you that if you like my content, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and then join the Militiaman and Crew Patreon community by clicking the link in the caption. Hey, good evening. Militiaman here, and it is Monday night, and we're looking at giving you guys some good information, and I think it's going to be an exciting day. It looks like Al-Sudani today, he basically has stated that, well, I think it was this weekend, that stated that there was going to be a rise against the dollar with the Iraqi dinar. So the Iraqi dinar is to increase. So if you remember back about, what, a week or two ago, maybe a little longer than that, he quotes and says, Al-Sudani urged Iraqis not to acquire the dollar. He says, quote, we reassure the citizens to not require the dollar because the dinar is the strongest. So it's pretty openly public information that he's telling his citizens that be careful on using the dollar and don't get rid of your dinars. Okay. The first time he said it in a little different manner, but it meant the same thing. So he's not only said it once, he said it twice. And so we have to listen to what he has to say. So a lot of times information is that comes in is translations are tough. Some articles are politically motivated, so sometimes they're not in our best interest, and they're for other side of the political spectrum's best interests, but they get involved and in depth. So what we might see towards this last stage of what they're saying, especially when it comes to the exchange rate, we could probably see some things that aren't necessarily true, are a little misleading, or factual, or just flat out wrong. So it takes a little bit of expertise to be able to try to figure that out. But in this particular case where Al-Sudani says the Iraqi dinar will rise against the US dollar in the next few weeks, well, in the next few weeks to some people might mean, well, within the next few weeks, or it means like, well, we have to wait a few weeks and then we'll see what happens down the road. But if you guys be careful there and think about it in the sense of Iraq is going through the 2023, 2024, and 2025 budgets, and those are some of the things that we're going to be talking about, because going to a private economy and going international, if you will, you're going to probably need a internationally acceptable traded currency, and that's what we're waiting to see. So in this particular article, while he's talking about the exchange rate may change in the future, he's talking about that the oil exports from the Kurdistan region will resume this week, and oil buyers will sign a contract with the SOMO today. Well, it's in the evening here where I live, so they may have already done that. The oil technical issues are remaining to resume oil exports from the Kurdistan region. Again, it says this week. The contractors, the buyers are ready for that to be signed today. So that's a good thing. Basically, when they stop the Paris, back it up to the Paris ruling about, and I hate to interrupt, but I have to add this reminder to keep this channel going. You know, we have the Militiaman and Crew Patreon community. We get all of our content and the news from Samson. She's a wonderful news hound. She's been at this for years. She gives us unbelievable amount of data. The cool thing about this is that she's on a different time zone than I'm at. She's off in another country where I'm in the United States, and our time zones work. While she's up, I'm sleeping. While I'm up, she's sleeping, type of thing. But the cool thing is that she has the ability to be able to get news and quality news so that we can go over it. That's the content. That's the basis of our whole circumstance, is having quality content as quick as we possibly can to give to you at the Patreon level. And with that level, we have a Discord chat room. The Discord chat room has all the similar articles as the Patreon does, but we have a real live chat room where you could read the articles and discuss them amongst yourselves 24/7. All of that is for only $10 a month. The content you get here is amazing. It really, truly is. And so if you'd like to show up and check it out, please do, because there's a lot of people that are in there. You have a coordinator. Her name is Gigi. She facilitates the place, lets it roll smoothly. You'll be happy you showed up. Everybody's welcome. It's a wonderful place. So come join us with militiamen and crew about Iraq and the Kurdistan region needed to uh, take care of the oil that was being shipped from Kurdistan region to Turkey. They sorted all that. There was a lot of court case about that, but they got it sorted. And now what we're looking at is as Al-Sudani is saying, is that they're going to try to resume that oil exportation because all that money that's being lost, it's not helping the citizens. So that's really kind of important. Let's see, the central bank announces the creation of the International Organizations and Foreign Relations Department. Well, what that tells us there is that they've got something going on, that they're going to have international organization for all the countries that are going to come in. Every single one of these countries has typically a different currency, and so they're going to have to be organized, and they're going to have public relations, and that this is the first of its kind. They didn't have that back in the 2003 or prior to, but nowadays with the private sector, you're going to have organization, and so this article today is very big. It says the quote, the governor of the central bank, Ali Alak, and his accompanying delegation met with the regional representatives of the World Bank and their executive teams within the series of meetings in the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund in Washington. We all know that happened this last week. There's been some more meetings that have taken place since Al-Alaq has gotten back to Iraq with the World Bank and the IMF. And Taif Sami, she's the finance minister. She's had meetings as well since she's got back. So they did them in New York and in Washington. They've done them now, again, here to keep facilitating this whole process moving forward. They're doing them again. So with the central bank governor and Al-Sudani coming out and speaking, it's not surprising that we see some serious circumstances going on. The creation of this international organization, having external relations department, it's just basically linked to the central bank, and they will be organized and able to strengthen the relationships and programs and memorandums of understanding with everybody that they've been doing for all these years, and the end of recent as well. It says the supervision of electronic payment companies and non-bank financial institutions are all part of the process. So the point of sale systems, all of these things are important, and we're going to have to see that happen and come to fruition. Just think of it this way, is that if they change the value of their currency, all of these countries are going to need to be on the same page and same platform. So when they talked about repricing, people were questioning, well, what do you mean by repricing? Well, it comes a time where everybody has to be on the same page, be ready to reprice, so that when that time comes, it's a flip of a switch, if you will. Electronic platforms are electronic; they're instantaneous payments and clearing. So that's a big deal. So we're going to see how that goes in the next couple of days, how it works out in the end. Today, there was as of Sunday, we had the second reading of the budget, and they kept that session open from Sunday into Monday, so which is today, and they brought that second session over they originally had the first reading of the budget, then they prepared it, made some amendments effectively, adjusted it, and then they had a second reading today, supposedly there was a 5-hour reading. It sounds like that's been done, and that was adjourned after that. So then ultimately I would suspect that they would just have to have a vote, and we're in a really good place with this. So that happened yesterday and then today, and they even went so far as to suggest that they were going to have a late night meeting. We don't know if that happened yet or not, but we may find that out tomorrow. When Samson gets up and around tonight, she might be looking for it. That would be, her morning. But anyway, that would be a good thing to see. But they did say they kept the session open, and they would resume it today at noon, and it would run till about 5 or 6 o'clock their time. And then it comes back and it says they kept the session open. They provided that it resumes today at Monday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon until 6, and in the evening it will resume after that. Okay, so that was another meeting that we don't know about yet, to see how that turns out. So Parliament is basically stating if there were no financial amendments in the Parliament budget, will be passed today. So if there wasn't any, we believe that the first reading, second reading had amendments. If there were not to be any amendments done today, it could have passed. So ultimately, this is pretty strong and powerful. I think that what they mean too is that they may have to have that vote, but we'll have to watch and see. Basically, they've confirmed that the amendments and transfer of funds without fundamental amendments will not delay the approval of the budget. So they pretty much knew going into this probably the seriousness of it. The gentleman Muhammad Ali went a little bit further on and said only the amendments with the financial side can delay the approval, as it requires returning it to the Parliament and back to the government again to make the amendments and vote on them governmentally again, and then return them again to discuss them, as they keep reiterating again. But the bottom line was, it says transfers and formal amendments do not require these steps, so the budget will be passed if the amendments are not adjusted. And we believe that was done because we have an article out that says it was finished and adjourned. So we'll have to see how they treat the vote. So from that standpoint on, where we are is an amazing time frame, because the budget is key in importance. We have Al-Sudani. It's not his job to be telling people that his currency is going to change in the next few weeks, but he does. We have the Alak talking about